So it's been a while since I've done an entire update of my Marvel Legends collection, so I've spent the last several weeks displaying and changing displays, and so I have nearly my entire Marvel Legends collection on display, barring a few binned characters and some characters that are in random other displays. So we're going to do a tour of all my Marvel Legends displays. Hope you enjoy them. To start off, this is my current Spider-Man shelf. In the past, it had had many different versions of Peter Parker, so we are now down to one. I would still like to buy a newer, updated Peter Parker, maybe the Maximum one, but I have no use for all the accessories, so the figure kind of just was hoping for a sale, and that never happened. But maybe they will release another single-carded one, or one in a Build-A-Figure or something, or a 2-pack, and I can grab that and update this very old, possibly AliExpress knockoff Spider-Man. But yeah, so this is the Spider-Man shelf. Onwards and downwards. So this is my 90s X-Men shelf. This is why I started collecting Marvel Legends. It started with the X-Men 97, Wave 1. So this is mostly animated, targeted, because, well, most of these characters have appeared in the animated series at some point or another, like the Dazzler. It's officially her Konami arcade appearance, but she wore a very similar outfit in the 90s animated series. We got Morph there. The only characters I believe have not appeared in these outfits at all in the animated series is Cannonball, Moonette, maybe Chamber, but although Chamber might be wearing something very similar when he's in the background. Anyway, so yeah, so this is my 90s X-Men. Moving quite along. And we have the villains. This shelf has probably changed the most because it's a lot of big guys, a lot of half-made teams. It's kind of a mess. At some point, I would like to probably limit it down to a couple completed teams once I get completed bad guy teams, and then maybe spread them out across multiple shelves. But that would also imply and require getting more shelves, more room. So now this is my current X-Men villain shelf. There's a few people I would like to maybe get and switch out, maybe a couple different versions of people. But for now, this is what we're rocking. Alright, move along to one of my most bare shelves, because this is going to have very specific characters on it. As you can see, it is 80s themed. We have almost the entire Outback era X-Men. I need to grab the Storm. And then once we get a Colossus, and I would like a Gateway and a Madeline Pryor, but I'll settle with just the Colossus. The New Mutants, they're slowly building. When Cypher comes out, I might purchase 2 of them so that Sunspot will be in the right colors. However, I think I'm going to hold out for a transformed form of Sunspot, because you know they're going to do that eventually. And we have 3 out of 5 members of X Factor. I feel like almost any Iceman can probably appear here. You probably specifically want one with a more ice cube shaped head, but for now we're going to use the Secret Wars one, mostly because there wasn't really a lot of room on the 90 shelf. So to declutter that and to make this one filled out more, we moved them down. Alright, and so this is the bottom shelf of the first shelf. First bookshelf. And this is my Marvel Hero shelf. It is kind of a little bit of whoever was left over. A lot of these characters came in 2-packs, or I purchased them on really good sales. But a lot of them weren't really intended to get. Like Miss Marvel, I really wanted her figure. I think it's really good, and I'm not a big Carol fan, so we got that. She's also very X-Men adjacent. Scarlet Witch, Quicksilver, they weren't intended purchases because, you know, at one point in time, they were the children of Magneto, and they were members of the Brotherhood. So they were, at one point, on my villain shelf. And then I wanted the Cap and the Black Widow. Aside from that, everything else was just cheap. Just good deals, so I FOMO grabbed them. But yeah, so this is my current Avengers, quote, Marvel Hero shelf, because they're not all Avengers. So, moving on. Yeah, so this is my villain shelf, my Marvel villain shelf. Lady Mandarin and Arcade I intended on originally putting in the X-Men one, But same with Viper, actually. But they didn't really fit. But yeah, most of these were 2-packs. I'm very much an X-Men collector. If anything isn't an X-Men, it's just because the price was right. And I'm a sucker for a good deal. Like MODOK was 35 Canadian. I bought that Build-A-Figure of Stiltman loose for like $30. I wanted the Psylocke, so I got the Thanos. Yeah, so on and so forth. Like, you get it. I'm an X-Men guy, but sometimes we just dabble. And we get other things that are on gray sales. So this is my Marvel villain shelf. Moving on down. And we have my Cosmic X-Men shelf. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get a Lilandra. I did try to purchase the 2-packs. I seen it on a sale recently, and it sold out. I got canceled and yada yada. I don't want the Brood Wolverine, so I didn't want to spend the 2-pack price for it. Hopefully we get a separate Lilandra, and I can throw her front and center, get the Warlord Xavier, and fill out just the rest of the Starjammers. And any other cosmic people. Maybe Vulcan will find their way on that shelf. So moving on down to the last Marvel Legends quote Marvel display, because there is a Mafex Gambit in there. That was a gift, and I had nowhere else to put him. So he got tossed in with what is mostly... so it's the Astonishing X-Men, and then I added in other costumes from roughly around that era, or in somewhere in the 2000s. Like Nightcrawler's costume doesn't change too much. I could have put him in the 90s, because it is the 97 Nightcrawler. I also could have snuck him into the 80s, because that's what he wore there. However, I felt he just kind of looked really good there. Same with the Storm. I think that's just a really good Storm figure, and I just think all these characters look great with each other, and where else was I going to put them? So yeah, so this is just my, like, quote 2000/overflow X-Men display shelf. And so yeah, this is my Marvel Legends collection so far. We do have a few other figures, like I said, that are in a bin. We got Logan from the Sabretooth 2-pack, Hank Pym from the West Coast Avengers mix pack. We have the Wolverine that came with Lady Mandarin, and we have Venom. We also have a couple of live MCU figures that are just yeah. Guess we'll pop them on real quick. The stuff that's missing is on this fire escape shelf. And there we go. So yeah, this is literally just an overflow of action figures. Things I didn't know where to put. None of it makes sense. I think they look cool. It's my display. I do what I want. Anyways, I hope you enjoy my little Marvel Legends collection tour. It went by a little quicker than I was expecting. But I've had a lot of fun collecting in almost 3 years I've been collecting. It'll be 3 years in November. And we've gotten almost 150 figures. Again, mostly all X-Men. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. Feel free to drop a like and subscribe, and we will see you on the next one.